What does the Safe and Sound program look like? Part of it will be in office with me in connection. Part of it will be done on your own time. What it requires is you get some over-the-ear headphones. I should have had them with me to show you. Basically, they're just not earbuds that go in your ears, but over-the-ear headphones. If they are the noise canceling kind, make sure that you can turn off the noise canceling. You don't want any filtering because the Safe and Sound program itself is a filtered output. So you want to make sure that you have these over-the-ear headphones. When we do it in office, you'll bring those headphones in, you'll plug into my system, and I will have the master dashboard so that you can connect and log into your program through my dashboard. And it can be delivered in office, and it will be delivered with your smartphone, your laptop, or yourself at home with those same over-the-ear headphones. Originally, this program was designed to be listened to for an hour, 5 consecutive days. Then they realized that actually is quite a lot of nervous system adjustment that we're asking of the body for an hour a day, 5 days in a row. So they modified it and they said, okay, 30 minutes, 10 days in a row. Now that is the stereotypical, unindividualized guideline. We will probably start with 30 seconds in office. Check in and see what you're feeling. A minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. We'll probably start in that realm. I know of patients who can do 30 minutes at a time. I also know of patients, myself included, who are more like the 7 to 10 minutes at a time, in which case it takes a person who has more of a sensitive response, more of a nuanced response, more of a visceral, full body response. It just means that they'll take longer to go through the program. Like all of you know, I'm not interested in results as fast as possible. I'm interested in baby step, sustainable, useful progress forward, and that's how we'll approach the Safe and Sound protocol. So how do you know if you're a 30-second person, a 7-minute person, or a 30-minute person per day? And really tune into your body, and that's what's going to give you the guidance. Now, doing it with me to start with, I'm also going to be looking for your facial expression. If your ears are coming up to or if your shoulders are coming up to your ears, if you all of a sudden are kind of like defending, anything that tells me your body is starting to be triggered. The goal of this is to have your body hear the middle range tones, which help to support you into parasympathetic nervous system. For many people whose nervous systems are upregulated or have had trauma in their past, big T or little t traumas, their nervous systems don't feel safe when they begin to calm down. When they begin to calm down, they might freak out of, no, bad things happen when I calm down. I need to be vigilant. Those are the things that I'm looking for, so that we go at your pace. We don't push your body past where it needs to be. Some things that you might feel as you're listening. First of all, let me say you might feel nothing, and that's perfectly okay. That doesn't mean that it's not working or not doing anything. It just means that at that intensity, duration, your body can hold space for the process and not default in any way. So that's not a bad thing. It's not that you're not making progress. It's not that you're not seeing a difference. It just means that acutely your body is coping quite well. Now, I'll share my experience. When I began, I would get just a little bit queasy and a little bit headachy, but I didn't know to look for it. So I kind of pushed through it thinking it's just me. I have a tendency to kind of respond to a lot of different things. And I thought, it's a coincidence. Well, then by the time I got to like day 3 or 4, I got a full-blown migraine. I don't think that is a common occurrence. Like, I am quite a sensitive creature who tends to react interestingly to things. But it is a possibility. My system, so let me back up. Once I got the migraine, I reached out to some resources. I was doing this a little bit more on my own than is recommended. Shame on me. And so once I resourced myself and realized, oh, the queasiness and headachiness and kind of funny visual things that I was feeling the first few days that I ignored were actually signs that my body was like pushing the limit of making these nervous system adjustments as fast as I was trying to listen to the program. And so once I realized that, I started just listening until I felt any signs that my body was kind of like working too hard and getting a little overwhelmed by it. And then I would just stop. And some days that was a few minutes, some it was 7 or 8. Some days I made it to like 12 or 15. But I don't think I typically went over 15 any given day. So instead of doing 10 days of 30 minutes a day, I ended up doing almost 4 weeks of some sort of listening each day. That is like the kind of soft and fuzzy version of what to expect. I will edit as needed and give you little PSs, but that is that's the basis for what that looks like, what your daily requirements or obligations, or those words sound too strict, what your daily suggested use would be. And then what we will do is have you come in once or twice a week in this process, and we'll do it together at the beginning of a visit and then maybe pair it with some craniosacral. Or if you feel as though your nervous system seems a little guarded against the transition and you're making it a few minutes a day, maybe we'll do craniosacral first and see how you respond after 20 minutes of cranio to the Safe and Sound protocol. So this is a dynamic learning environment for all of us. And the most important end goal is for your nervous system to open up those middle ranges of hearing, find connection, find soothing, so that the rest of your outlook, the rest of your physiological response to your world is much more soothed and balanced and kept in perspective, can be quite life-changing.